Hello, everyone, and welcome to part 18 of Hogwarts Legacy. Where in the last episode we did a mission for a Reek, where we learned about capturing beasts and becoming Pokemon. We decorated a bit of the room, and then we also helped one of our fellow Hufflepuff students in need with finding her uncle, who was captured in a cave with goblins. So now we're gonna do a few little bits in here. So while I'm nearby, I'm gonna sort that one out. I gotta finish Onai's assignment. That one I'm gonna end up doing some point soon enough. During daily line. Do this for a second while I'm here.
My advice when dealing with untoward matters is...
Welcome back. I've arranged a special price on the broom upgrade for you. I truly appreciate all of your help.
The price. $1,000.
You'll be thrilled with that broom, I promise you.
Therapy.
I must tell you, half of Hogsmeade's been by the shop asking about rumours of a broom upgrade. Without the information you provided, my work would have taken twice as long. Thank you again. It may sound ambitious, but I've already begun work on another upgrade, more difficult to perfect than the last. I wondered, would you be interested in joining forces again? There's another course near Arendelle that Miss Reyes has mastered. If you were to test this first upgrade there, it may help me as I develop the next. Oh, you'll consider it, won't you?
Sure.
Sounds as if you're really outdoing yourself. If I'm able to help, I will.
Thank you. I know this recent success was only the beginning of what I can do for broom flight. Report back as soon as you can, and we'll be off to the races.
Right, I could do that one, but I'm gonna do the one with... Siora.
Off to the races then.
That's later.
Glad you came.
I wonder where they go.
What is this?
Pardon me, but were you saying something?
Oh, hello. Talking to myself. I'm
Hey, it's me.
Clementine Willardsey. Charmed. I was musing on the precious butterflies I see near the edge of the forest. Whenever I come near, they fly off into it. When I was at Hogwarts, we truly were forbidden from entering the forest. Told horrible stories about it, and I've had an irrationally intense fear of it ever since. It's silly, but I'm insatiably curious as to where the butterflies go in the forest. You couldn't possibly find out, could you?
You want me to follow the butterflies?
I do, yes. If you wouldn't
Is this a
mind.
reference to Chamber of Secrets?
Very well. If I have time, I shall see where they lead.
Oh, how kind. Students these days have so much more courage than I ever did. You can usually find me right around here. I hope to see you soon.
Okay. Now, Dr. Siora.
Don't forget, the
Hello, Serona. I received your owl. How are you?
Hello, my friend. Did you ever find Lodgok?
I did, thank you. We had a good conversation. He sends you his best.
Glad to hear it. I shan't ask for details of your little chat, and I'll refrain from telling you to be careful yet again. But I hope you will be, whatever your plans.
Of course. Your owl mentioned you're needing my help with something?
I do. I thought you might be just the person to do a favour for my friend Dorothy Sprottle in Upper Hogsfield.
I don't believe I've met Mrs. Sprottle.
She's lovely. Her late husband Aidan was a friend of my father's. In fact, I'd stayed with Dot and Aidan the summers I waited tables here as a student. I've seen her a few times since Aidan passed, but the pub's been so busy lately, I've not been as attentive as I'd have liked. I wonder if you might pop in and see her. She may need some help collecting ingredients for her supply of Wiggenweld potion. And you could retrieve something of mine in the process. A box, full of old letters and such.
Okay.
I'll try to go and see her when I can.
It would mean the world to me, and to Dorothy. Aidan was bringing the box of letters to me when he was taken ill. Dot can tell you where he might have dropped it.
Okay.
You'll find the hamlet just north of Hogsmeade. Please do give Dot my love.
No worries, Ciora.
Upper Hogsfield. Now where to find Mrs. Sprottle?
Doobie-doo, doobie... Oh. Oh, it's her. I already talked to her. Have you given her?
Hello, Mrs. Sprottle. Actually, Sirona Ryan asked if I'd come and see you.
Oh, dear Sirona. A
Sirona.
gem. Has been for as long as I've known her.
She thought you might need help collecting ingredients for your Wiggenweld potion.
And she's correct. My darling Aidan used to collect Horklumps for me. Since he died, my supply has dwindled.
I'm sorry for your loss, Mrs. Sprottle.
Oh, thank you. Love of my life. A bit lost without him. If you wouldn't
No,
mind
Marcus.
gathering some Horklumps for me, I'd be happy to compensate you for your time.
Okay.
Believe it or not, I have some with me.
Oh.
Oh, thank you. How wonderful. The travelling vendors will be thrilled to replenish their stock of Wiggenweld potion.
Sirona also mentioned that Mr. Sprottle was bringing her a box of letters when he fell ill.
Indeed he was. I'd almost forgotten. I stumbled upon it just before Aidan died. He was hoping to go through it with Sirona over a butterbeer or two. Those two were always like two bowtruckles in a branch. Aidan took ill when he was collecting Horklumps on his way to see her. He made it home, but I fear he dropped the box in the cavern. The cavern is in the
cavern?
hills just southwest of our hamlet. You can gather Horklumps and collect the box of letters there.
Thank you, Mrs. Sprottle.
Thank you. I'll be here if you are able to collect those Horklumps. I and the vendors I help would greatly appreciate it.
Okay. Where are we going? What's with this Italian, like, kind of tone?
This must be the cavern Mrs. Sprottle mentioned.
Yeah, this is basically much easier piece of piss to just fly around. Of course, there's another little cave.
Horklumps to Mrs. Sprottle, but I still need to visit the cave to find Sirona's... Better have a look around, see if I can find that box of letters. That's all the Horklumps for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased.
Okay. Just dip. Someone tells me I'm about to fight something in here, aren't I? That would have been a nasty fall. There's 5 letters in a letterbox. You know, I give my thoughts on this game while I'm working out. I think visually it looks phenomenal. Story is interesting enough. I feel like there's a lot of like spacing out on some stuff, but you know, it's probably a case just to build out more over time. You know, that's kind of the gist of what I can get from it. But you know, it's probably benefits to it.
Either I'll have to fight that troll, or avoid it altogether.
Yeah, I'm out. Yeah, I'm good, mate. Can I just camp there and just fucking wail on him? Oh shit. Yeah, I'm not in the mood. See you later, troll. I'm just gonna go find the letters. Dear Shiora, when I arrived here, I had a troubling sense that in many ways I wasn't like the other first years. I confess I worried that Hogwarts might not have been the proper place for me, and pondered sending an owl to my parents asking them to fetch me almost before the first week of class had ended. How did you know? I presume you were secretly regiments, but I wonder if you seem to know my faults better than I did myself. Today in the Three Broomsticks, when you spotted me huddled in the corner, staring blankly at an untouched butterbeer and an empty bit of parchment, my quill dripping ink woefully into the floor, and you considered me, well, I shall never forget it. I recall a sudden sense of relief, as if someone had cast a levitation charm on me. When you told me about how nervous you'd been to come to Hogwarts, I looked, and it seemed beyond my imagination to think you was anything but the confident, contented witch sitting before me. In the days that followed, I marveled at how you charmed, in non-magical sense, I mean everyone around you, without apology, embracing who you were and who they were. It was as though a candle had flickered on for me. I realized that I could choose the path as well. Now that my school years are ending, I frightened first year, which seems worlds away. And I know it's because you saw yourself in the despairing creature in the corner of the club and so generously extended insult. Mirabelle. P.S. Please tell Mrs. Sproul that I still plan on visiting Miss Sproul whenever I can, and for light conversation, and I am ashamed to admit, incomparable cauldron cakes. Dear Serona, I conjured this wee gift for you in the token of my gratitude. If you hadn't stood by your ground on my behalf during Quidditch practice last week, I might have left the team altogether. And now we won the Quidditch Cup. Ravenclaw House will never be the same without you. Your silly Sean. Dear Serona, I've sent a letter separately to dear Mr. and Mrs. Sproul of the hospitality, but I felt need to put quill parchment with thanks to you as well. Lovely reply from your castle. I will soon forget how we giggled about the ridiculous gnome. Did you truly believe that he was singing? And Miss Sproul's steak and kitty pie was simply glorious. I shall be dreaming of it for days. I so appreciate you including me. I fear I must warn you, however, that this does not mean I will go easy on you in next week's match. You know that Ravenclaw's no match at all for Slytherin this year. Most gratefully yours, Philomena. Dear Serena, happy birthday, my darling friend. I sneaked into the kitchen and asked Finicky to make your favorite, cream crowdy. She was delighted to oblige. Not sure where she got the raspberries this time of year. Genius, Dr. Finicky. Yes. Dear Mrs. Bottle, Mother and Father were delighted to hear that you and I had spent the afternoon in Gladderies last Saturday. Truth be told, I think my father was ever so slightly envious. I shan't soon forget how heartily we laughed at my efforts to lace the broad-dice of a new dress, a challenge indeed, as it's rather delicate practice of properly situating a hat pin without wondering why my hat in my head, but I tore everything, and I was delighted that I have to thank you for now feeling a marvelously fashionable witch. Also a treat to dine at the Three Broomsticks out here and clear the tables. I shall owe a place like that one day, mark my words. Consider myself more than lucky that you and Mrs. Sprottle agreed to let me stay. I know my parent feels precisely the same way. Yours gratefully, Serena.
I think that's everything. I should take this box of letters to Serona. She'll be glad to have it back.
Yeah, it's like I ain't messing with that troll. I'm like, I'm out. Oh, a ghost! Piss off, ghost!
Taking down that troll in the village circle. You said...
Oh, please tell me you have an answer for me about the butterfly.
Hello, Serona. I have good news. I was able to provide your friend Mrs. Sprottle with some hawk clumps for her Wiggenweld potion, and I found your box of letters.
Oh, thank you. I knew you were the one to ask.
I'm glad I could be of help. Mrs. Sprottle sends her best.
Don't know what I'd have done without her and Aidan. Thank you, again, for helping her, and for returning this box of letters. It's nice to reflect on good memories.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's the shit. Follow the butterflies. Find the butterflies in the Forbidden Forest. Right. Let's go do this with Sebastian. Actually, is this facing? Oh, it's well, 10 towards Hogwarts. So what I'm gonna do is go Hogwarts first, and go to what was the class? There we go. Let's do this and sort out that quest line, and then we'll go see Sebastian.
Off on another adventure, are we?
What caves is it? I said so goddamn high up. I've changed today.
I'll be unrivaled at the next course.
This is chilling here for the entire thing. We're playing cards. Did we have a class with her? Remember this guy? I don't remember her. She's like, this guy's... I'm doing some spooky shit with this orb. Oh yeah, it's this class. That student just apparated into... Hey, it's me! There I am, Gary, there I am! Oh man, you sneezing your goddamn teeth. Me and the Slytherin chick are just having a conversation.
Nice, so knowledgeable.
It's a weird outcome. So natty.
Who would have thought someone as young as you?
I hope those assignments were challenging enough for you.
I've completed all of my tasks, Professor Onai.
Very well done. Although I must admit, I did have something of a premonition that you would follow through.
Oh, did you know?
As you have no doubt sharpened your perception by completing my assignment, I am curious, based upon the knowledge that one's present and even one's past may reveal traces of what is to come. What do you see in your own future?
There will be hardship, I'm sure of it. But I see triumph in the end.
A measured perception. Very wise. Nothing worthwhile is ever easy, and that is why such futures are worth striving for. But this talk of tomorrow should not divert us from your present success. I shall inform our good deputy headmistress of your exemplary performance. And if that performance is any omen of what your future may hold, then I, for one, see great things. Channel your magic towards your targets.
There we go.
You have it. Now, why not practice the new spell on the training dummy?
I'll leave it till later. Okay. Right, so let's go to Sebastian. Right, so I know to go back here for that one. So we're gonna go Sebastian's quest. You know, it's probably in case I'm not gonna get 100% on
your
everything.
field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Yeah, it's probably not in case I'm gonna get to see got everything sorted, but you know, I made the effort.
Abandoned long ago, no doubt.
Ba-ba-bum. Seriously? Am I heading the right way? I gotta go a long way around.
Here we are. Mr. Weeks wasn't wrong about the mountain views.
If it isn't the fastest Hufflepuff.
Oh, it's her. Okay, let's do it while I'm here.
Hello, Imelda. So, another trial?
You ready to
It's
throw
another
down?
trial, and you'd better be taking part.
Does this mean you've changed your mind about me?
Well, you're a step up from the good-for-nothings who usually challenge me. Well, they sit around and hope to
Oh,
be the
you gonna
best.
learn.
I put in hours of practice. No one sets records by wishing for them. And I need strong competition to stay on top of my game. Are you going to try to beat my flying record or not?
I'm ready to fly.
Finally, a decent challenge.
Point me in the direction.
I'm getting the hang of this. Made it. I'd say that was acceptable. Brilliant. I'm getting the hang of this. Brilliant. Ha! Good. I've got this.
I am the best.
You've improved, I must admit. That was a bloody good run. Be careful. Earn a reputation for talent around here, and some people get put out about it.
Sounds like you're speaking from experience.
Yes, well, I am. Anyway, you didn't do abysmally. I can't deny that. But you'll not have the same luck on the South Coast course.
We'll see, won't we? Till next time.
I'll whoop your ass
I
in.
half expected you to back down. Rest on your laurels. See you at the South Coast trial, if you don't lose your nerve.
Little cocky
To race
bitch.
this course again, visit the podium with the leaderboard, where you can start the race and check your time.
Yeah, whatever.
Another successful flight. I should let Mr. Weeks know.
Yeah, whatever. I'll come back to them now, and right now I'm going to this. So yeah, I'm still trying to figure out, like, hopefully get some idea of what I'll do as the next playthrough on my channel. Like PS5, Xbox, and Switch, and all that stuff. Hopefully some will give me some ideas. That's brain is functional. Incoming! Yo, what's up? There's Sebastian.
Now you should be able to travel to and from Feldcroft in an instant.
That's useful. But we shall wait. Waiting is done.
You made it.
Enjoying the view.
Keeping an eye on things.
Oh, they're so gay for each
Feldcroft
other.
isn't what it used to be. No one has felt safe here since Ranrock's loyalists took a peculiar interest in that castle over there. Rookwood Castle. My uncle Solomon is a former Auror and refuses to look into it, even after Anne was cursed by one of them. Possibly with a wand, no less.
I heard a goblin refer to wizard kind as wand carriers. Are goblins forbidden from carrying wands?
Precisely. That's why I'm on the hunt for answers. If I'm to cure her, I need to understand what happened to her. Anne was always the most mischievous of the three of us. Which is saying something, knowing me and Ominous. I'm hoping a surprise visit from me and a new friend from Hogwarts will help lift her spirits. Bring back the Anne I used to know. Come on, I'll take you to my uncle's. This way.
How come the students all got like fancy fucking attire, and yet in the movies they're all just like this? They're all just like
Feldcroft
generic
used to be a lot
uniforms.
livelier. With Ranrock's lot wandering about all the time, everyone stays out of sight.
All right,
Here we
here.
are. My sister should be just inside.
Okay. Hello.
Aha! Sebastian, where did you... Is that what I think it is?
We've been over this, boy.
Hey.
Shrivelfigs cannot reverse a curse. Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
But we haven't tried everything.
There is no cure! When will you accept that?
Never. I can never accept it.
Now look what you've done.
I'm sorry.
Leave.
I'm sorry you had to see that. If you don't mind, I just need a moment alone.
Poor Sebastian. Not the visit he'd hoped for.
I'm sorry about earlier. Those bouts of pain are difficult to bear.
Are you all right, Anne? I didn't mean to intrude.
You didn't, truly. And I'm all right. The pain from this curse comes in bouts, and often suddenly. It's not anyone's fault. It's nice to meet you, by the way. You must be the new 5th year Sebastian told me about.
I am.
Mm-hmm.
Sebastian and I met during a rather lively duel in defense against
We're
the dark
boyfriends.
arts.
Oh, dear Professor Hecat. She's a powerful witch. And she knows how to keep students like my brother and me in line. I do miss Hogwarts, but I wouldn't mind being in Feldcroft really if it wasn't so dreary now. between the goblins at the castle and my uncle fighting with Sebastian whenever he's home. It's not the cozy retreat it once was.
Sebastian mentioned something about your uncle being an ex-Aura, but refusing to go after Ranrock's loyalists. I must say, I wasn't prepared for him to be as angry as he was.
Uncle Solomon is frustrated by what happened to me, and by Sebastian for thinking he can fix it. They both
got good
mean
intentions.
well, I know they do, but my uncle is right. This curse cannot be undone. I can feel it. Sebastian cannot take away my pain.
I feel it in my
Perhaps you can help him
toes.
to understand that.
I'll do my best. I can promise to speak with him about it.
Thank you. His search for a cure is futile, I'm afraid. I'm getting tired. I should probably rest. Thank you for stopping by.
I got to go. Gonna get it now.
I wish you well.
You too, Anne. And for the wrong day to put around goodbye. Tight crew, ha ha.
That boy will fray my last nerve.
Excuse me, Mr. Sallow.
Oh, yes, Sebastian's friend. I apologize on behalf of my nephew. He doesn't know when to stop. I was about to check on Anne. Did I see you come from the house? How is she?
She's all right. She said she was going to rest.
Nothing can be done for her.
I understand you've tried everyone from Nurse Blaney to St. Mungo's to no avail.
We have. My nephew thinks he knows better than the healers.
Perhaps the healers don't know everything, sir. Sebastian is single-mindedly focused on finding a way to help his sister. If there is a cure, he will find it.
Your faith in Sebastian is misplaced. Some sort of dark magic cursed Anne, and the goblins aren't likely to explain themselves anytime soon. Giving her hope is cruel. The only thing to do now is keep Anne comfortable and stay out of the Loyalists' way.
I understand what you're saying, sir.
Good. I know what's best for Anne and Sebastian. They are my stubborn brother's children. Especially Sebastian. If you really want to be of help, you'll make sure Sebastian does what he should do, not what he wants to do. He's no idea the harm he could do if he doesn't stop. I hope you remember what I've said. Good day.
I ought to see how Sebastian's faring.
Why is it just cut back to him presenting to me? It's just like, it looked so awkward. Just the way it was placed.
Why will he not listen to me? She's my sister.
How are you doing, Sebastian?
You got a first-hand glance at what I'm dealing with. I apologize for my uncle.
I'll admit, I wasn't expecting him to be so angry.
He's always angry.
He's always angry.
He's been angry since my parents died. After Anne was hurt, he only grew worse. It's as though he blames me somehow, always calling me my father's son, as if that's an insult. I'm the one trying to help her. He's simply given up.
Both Anne and your uncle seem genuinely convinced that nothing more can be done for her.
I refuse to believe that.
Are you going to go against me too?
Physical. It has changed her entirely. I miss my sister. And I'm going to get her back. Come with me. I need to show you where it happened.
Are you going to kill me?
Ranrock's loyalists are capable of so much more than people realize. They should not be underestimated.
Sorry, Sebastian.
All the debris you'll see is from whatever's going on at that abandoned estate. They've been digging for something.
I have others in mind.
Up there, on that plateau, is where they cursed Anne. This way.
You lead the way.
How much longer are we expected to dig through this rubble? Ranrock knows what he's doing. It's an honor to be a part of it. Only good wizard is a dead wizard in my book. How nice of you to stop by. No! This was pitiful! How childish! I won't rest. Dead. Fight about as well as a pumpkin. Rather unwise coming back this way. I'm a goblin, not a toy. You are postponing it. Who do you think you are? You've made your last mistake.
Sebastian in the middle of a cutscene.
You will suffer. One less
What?
shout as if you could best the likes of me. Almost. You're weak, human. I won't rest. Dead. One less human to worry about. I don't think you know you're Let's get this over with. I will make such. Why don't you come up here? Easily diverted. Was that your best? Not enough. Much too.
I confess, that was a bit more than I'd bargained for. I tried to warn you.
Those loyalists deserved what they got.
Couldn't agree more.
What there is.
This is where it happened. We smelled smoke in the middle of the night. When we looked outside, flames were shooting from the estate. Before my uncle and I could stop her, Anne rushed out, racing towards the fire, worried someone had been hurt. She came face to face with a horde of goblins, frantically trying to stamp out the flames. Suddenly, an icy voice drifted out from somewhere in the smoke. Children should be seen and not heard. A blinding blast followed. They didn't even give her a chance to run.
Damn.
It seems an awfully violent response to a child wandering by. What were they trying to hide?
My thoughts exactly. It may be grasping at Billywigs, but I keep thinking that there might be something here that could lead me to whoever cursed Anne. Might be the only way to learn what type of magic harmed her, which could help me find a cure.
Perhaps you're right. The loyalists are everywhere, but they do seem to be spending a lot of time here, and it's likely they're hiding something.
And at Rookwood Castle. Shall we have a look around?
Sure.
They seem to have set up camp here for a specific reason. They have stations for everything.
Whose home was this?
Been abandoned long since I've lived here. Rumour was, a Hogwarts professor lived here once, centuries ago. But that's all I ever heard. I've heard goblin dig sites like these are popping up everywhere.
It's a wonder the Ministry isn't doing more.
Statue is not giving much of an indication here. Little plates.
Revelio.
This means something.
Always armed and ready for a fight, Ranrock's loyalists.
It might be worth taking a closer look at the house itself.
Stealing the money. More money. Let's find whatever I can in this area.
Sebastian, over here.
Did you assassinate a
this
painting?
was damaged by the fire the night that Anne was cursed?
Could be. But it looks to me as though this was intentional. What do you mean? When?
Give me a moment. I'll explain in a second.
Yeah, I figured it was the case. I thought was inside there, but I guess not.
Sebastian, this house did belong to a Hogwarts professor hundreds of years ago.
Who? What do you...
I found a pensive that day in the restricted section with a memory that showed this house. There was a little girl and a drought. The keepers have shown me other memories as well. The girl became a Hogwarts professor. Her name was Isadora Morganark. She was one of the keepers.
The keepers? Like in Quidditch? And you found a pensive in the library? I'm not following you.
I realise it's a lot to take in. I'm not even sure I understand it all yet. And no, not like Quidditch. They call themselves keepers because they're protecting some type of knowledge. It has to do with the vault at Gringotts.
Let me see if I've got this straight. You have Ranrock and Rookwood after you because of something you found at Gringotts where you ended up via a port key. You can see traces of an ancient magic that you think Ranrock is trying to harness. And now you've been witnessing memories left by keepers. Oh, and this house belonged to a Hogwarts professor who was one of these non-Quidditch keepers hundreds of years ago. If I didn't know you, I'd think you were pulling my leg.
It is all a bit much, isn't it, when you put it like that?
When you put it like that, I mean, you're right.
The point is, we both have good reason to search this house. You for answers about what happened to Anne, and me for answers about the keepers.
Fair enough.
Look at this.
Someone piled this here for a reason. Is it blocking something?
Only one way to find out. Reparo.
Oh. I've just been disappearing.
A stairwell. Why bother blocking a stairwell?
There might be something
They're
here
hiding
worth a closer
shit.
look.
They've left all of this simply strewn about.
So this is season one?
Tells me they're after something bigger.
How the fuck? It's my second week in the camp. More arrive each day. The Muggle doctors and even some of our own healers are doing all they can for them. The grief is palpable. The ones who have survived the plague are forever damaged by their loss. The year may pass, the skin may need and scar, but the devastating soul remains. I saw a man, much like my father, who had lost a child. Hear it. I longed to give us some shred of relief. begin to think that the others are wrong. I have the power of the souls to see the arbitrary not to help them as they would get rid of them.
A journal entry of Isadora's. I should hold on to this.
I travel here to learn, but I long to help. My eternal struggle is though the magic wants to heal, and I am the one preventing it from doing so. Shall I lose hope? Will I forever regret not having done more? I cannot look into their eyes, knowing that I can listen. The burden of heartache. I saw a man leaving camp today, the one who was minding my father. Surely it wouldn't hurt to help. I could further my research, of course, but this will be a fortress consequence doing something good with their ability.
Seems these journal entries are from Isadora's travels.
Fuck you, books.
You're not going to believe this. I can see the Undercroft.
What? A daydream? Because that happens to me too.
Revelio. I know it sounds strange, but...
Honestly, nothing you say sounds strange to me anymore.
Fair enough.
Romance.
I can see the Undercroft through this stone wall, as though it's a window. This has happened before.
I'm listening.
I think it's to do with my ability to see traces of ancient magic.
But you said you didn't really understand it, and that you couldn't wield it.
That's true, and I'm still not sure what it all means. What I do know is that my ability allows me to travel through these windows I see.
Wait. We can get straight to the Undercroft from here. Ominous will be flawed.
We can. But perhaps best not to tell anyone else about this for now. Even Ominous.
Understood. Well then, invisible, secret, ancient magic passageway? Here we come. I'm tempted to hold my breath.
Okay, so we shall enter the Undercroft in the next episode. I know it's going to be a while, but might as well add on to it for another part. So, thank you all for watching. And as always, you all stay being wonderful people, because you all wonderful people. Have a great day every day, and keeping you, because no one else can do what you do. If you want more faster than this, then simply like and subscribe. You know all the good stuff. Let's build a community, of course. I'll see you all in the next one. See you later.